because that will help us to kind of think through what next steps look like. And so,
really authentic restaurants, really great Mexican food.
I forgot you were here. I was like, oh, Alex here.
This is Crystal, by the way.
Hi, nice to meet you. Yes, and I was appreciating that they're here during Easter weekend.
She's all over the place.
She's a busy lady,
Bringing
huh?
everybody together. We get so many calls, and if they pull over, they have to call the backup. But if they pull over and
We just started So what's the what does that mean? 18
It is.
So we estimate that they have different agencies and like what happens. Yeah, and the idea is to have one contract. I think it's wanted to host this event with all of our partners here and take a breather and appreciate all the work we have done from this past election season. So everyone just take a deep breath. My name is Rija Arshad, and I am a civic justice organizer with the Muslim Civic Coalition and Muslim Civic Coalition Activate. On behalf of our team and our incredible partners here, Arab American Democracy Coalition, we have All United PAC, Care Action Illinois, NIAMA, Illinois Muslim Political Action Committee, AMVOTE, and Arab Americans For. Welcome to the 2025 post-election gratitude brunch. Congratulations, everyone. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We are going to start. some of the organizations who are partnered with us today to come and speak for a few minutes in alphabetical order. So I have Arab Americans Democracy Coalition with Ahmed Sos. If you would like to speak for 3 minutes. But I also want to acknowledge that the work just doesn't stop here. This is a moment for us to reflect and look towards the future and commit towards working together and working even harder for the cycles and the years to come, inshallah. So we are honored to be here today with over 100 candidates, elected and appointed officials, and movement leaders who have been a part of this important and historic election cycle. More than 65 Muslim and allied candidates ran for office. And many of you won. So congratulations, So these victories truly reflect the collective strength of our communities and when we organize and work together. At a time, especially when there's so much division in our country, our communities are being targeted, this gathering is a reminder of what we can accomplish when we come together, when we stick to our values, and when we lead with purpose. So thank you all so much for your hard work and for your efforts. These achievements and these wins would not be possible without every single person in this room and even those who aren't able to make it today. So thank you. Stressful season, but there's been so many accomplishments made. So you know, it's also.
Alhamdulillah. I'm Yusuf Shukani. I'm here with Arab Americans Forward, or AA4. Alhamdulillah, Rush Darwish gave me this opportunity. Rush, incredibly funny, incredibly handsome. You know, I gotta be, so I'm trying to live up in big shoes to fill. But basically, AA4 started off with Arab Americans for Joe Biden. I'm sure you can, kind of figure out that we changed the name, from there, and maybe a little bit about the mission. And so, what we are is a C4 now, and we work with organizations, individuals, to try to really, bring more of our Arab identity to the political arena, bring more of our culture, and really just to help as an acting arm for so many different groups and orgs. And I just want to say, as a Palestinian American, as somebody who is from Michigan originally, I've been welcomed in Illinois, love the Palestinian community here, and I've never been more proud and more grateful to be Palestinian, to be Arab, and to love my identity as a Muslim here in America. I think we play an incredibly important role across all of the different organizations, institutions in which we're in, and so if we all work together, care for one another, just as we would care for ourselves, I really think that the opportunities are endless for what we can create. And so I'm really excited to be working with you all. And if you need anything, reach out to Rush Darwish. He's a little bit better than me, but me too as well. AA4, thank you so much for this chance.
Now we will have Arab Americans Forward. We'll have Yusuf come up and speak.
We took the wrong route, but...
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Ahmed Sos. I'm the President of the Arab American Democracy Coalition, formerly known as the Arab American Democratic Club. Over the past few months, our dedicated team at AADC worked tirelessly along other passionate organizations to support candidates who genuinely deserve our backing in the local elections. We are grateful to share that most of those endorsed by many of these organizations were elected, which is a testament to the collective effort of most of the organizations, but specifically AADC, All United, and CARE. Those are the ones we worked with closely in our local area. Other organizations that worked in other races in other towns, thank you very much for your dedication. Together we worked hard to inspire the Arab community to engage in voting process and choose leaders who truly represent our values and needs. The journey has been one of unity and hope, reminding us of the strength we hold when we come together. It also sends a powerful message that when the Arab community unites, we make our presence felt. But our work is far from over. We will continue to work with elected officials to ensure positivity. They recognize our importance and are eager to engage with us. And that speaks volumes about the incredible efforts of all these local organizations. Each organization may have its own mission and purpose, but our collaboration has proven to be highly effective. It's inspiring to partner with such driven and like-minded individuals, and we will continue to collaborate to achieve all our goals. Lastly, I'd like to thank Dr. Saeed for the opportunity to allow AADC and all these organizations to participate at this wonderful event. Thank you very much.
I'm Abdurrahman Aboulia with AMCLO. I'm on the executive committee. AMCLO is a state PAC. We're the second oldest PAC. We've been around for 15 plus years. We do a lot of work with legislative, municipality, and different councils because our background has a lot of the attorneys from the community. We also did voter education, and we also endorse local candidates only in the state of Illinois. And we did endorse all the community candidates, and I want to thank you all for, and give gratitude to all the community candidates for stepping up. It's a lot of hard work, and we really appreciate you doing it for the community, and the least we can do is support you in any way we can. And we give our gratitude and thanks for all the candidates, and it was very nice to see that we had so many candidates. I think it was over 40, and we supported 60 candidates total, and it was so nice to see that many of them won. So I want to thank the Muslim Civic Coalition for this breakfast, and it's so nice to see so many other organizations stepping up and mobilizing the community in different parts of Illinois. And I think we have a good start and a great future. Thank you.
Thank you to Delar and the Muslim Civic Coalition for putting this brunch together. It's really nice to see everybody together here. Yusuf and I and our two fellow board members, Ahmed Suleiman and Omar Suleiman, along with Ahmed Rihab, are on the board of All United. We created All United. It's a state PAC, and we started working about a year and a half ago, and we really got to work when we hired our team. Yusuf is our political director, and Delia Oda is actually our fields director. And we worked really hard in this local election, mainly in the south suburbs, but we supported many candidates all over the area. The moment that we created All United came from a moment where me and a few of our community members, 60 community members, went to our local mayor in Orland Park and asked for a ceasefire resolution. We were disrespected and thrown out of the boardroom, and we organized together, and we said that we were going to organize locally. We created Orland United, but after 6 months of work, we decided that All United was better because our community is united from Mokina all the way through Addison. We have an opportunity here locally to make a difference. Our Muslim community, Arab community, and etc. We can work together and really organize locally and build power through our strength in numbers. We're here to support local candidates. We're here to support anyone looking to run for school board, library board, local governance. We're really entrenched in the municipal politics. So it was great to meet all of you, and inshallah, Yusuf can explain more of the work that we've done.
So in follow-up to that, there was a challenge that we wanted to take on, and I think in creating the PAC to be able to make sure that we were supporting our candidates very head-on with strategy, with the work on the ground, with creating an operation to be able to win these elections. Many of the candidates are here. We won 22 of our races, and we're really excited for them and what they'll bring to the table in governance. But I'll just talk a little bit about a notable race in Oakland Park, because I've been involved in politics for a variety of different elections. I was formerly the campaign manager for Abdul Nasser Rashid when he first ran in 22 and then in 24. And usually when you look at politics and you look at campaigns, the traditional response or outlook on things is, how do you engage those who are already engaged in elections, who are already regular voters? And I think we took that as a challenge to be able to scrap that idea and really mobilize our community in Orland Park. In the last municipal election, we have 537 of the Arab Muslim community to go out to vote. In this cycle, we almost hit 2,500 of our numbers. That's 5 times the amount, and even more than the 2024 presidential election results. And so what we've done is what we'll continue to do. We want to empower and mobilize our community to really have a seat at the table and make sure that our leaders are working with us, alongside with putting our community in those opportunities to be leaders for our communities themselves. And so we're really excited. We look forward to our collaborations in the upcoming years. But inshallah, this is one of many more successes that we'll be able to bring to Orland Park and beyond. And I'm really grateful again to the candidates. I know Aisha, Zayad is here, Diane Shaw, Mohammed Azam in Skokie, and a variety of others. I know John Lash and some of the folks in Aurora. And of course, Jim Dodge as well. We're really excited to have him with us as well here today. And we'll watch out couple, of course.
Come up and speak for a few minutes, please.
For those who don't know me, my name is Reem Townsend. I'm a DuPage Township trustee based out of Will County. I'm also a board member on the Muslim Civic Coalition Activate. So we're a family of 2 organizations with separate governance, separate financials, separate board, etc. The coalition is a 501c3. It's focused on civic engagement, non-political work. The coalition Activate is a 501c4. We're focused on civic engagement, lobbying, and political work.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Adam Katoum. I'm a 16-year-old who lives in Peoria, Illinois. And I wanted to emphasize the work the Muslim Civic Coalition does, not only in the Chicagoland area, but also in central and southern Illinois. The Muslim Civic Coalition has workshops, they table at Jum'ahs, and they make sure that the Muslim people know what civic justice is, and make sure that they know that they have a civic duty to fulfill. And not only does the Muslim Civic Coalition work on the C3 end in Central Illinois, but we also work on the C4 end. Me, myself, I ran 4 campaigns in Central Illinois, and 3 out of 4 of them won. And out of that, one of them was Muslim, and now we have more inclusivity in Central Illinois. And there were elections for Muslims and people who supported the Muslim people all over Central Illinois, Peoria, Champaign, Bloomington, and Decatur, all over that we had civic justice going on everywhere. And for the people who lost, you know, it shows that they made a message, that they had a very symbolic movement showing that they ran for a reason. They ran to make a difference, and even though they didn't win the position, they still show that there are people who have different ideologies and people that want change in the state of Illinois and in the United States of America. And that's what the Muslim Civic Coalition is here to do, to make sure that we are a very inclusive state, and to make sure that the state of the United States of America is a more inclusive area for all people, not just Muslims.
Now we'll have Coalition Activate. We'll have Dr. Dalar Saeed, Adam Katoum, and Reem as well.
Nice to hear and see everyone's beautiful faces. Some were just images on a Zoom call, and so this is the first time I'm getting to meet a lot of you. But alhamdulillah, so Riyam Katu from Care Action, Illinois. We started off as the Justice Coalition, as you might remember, about 1.5 years ago. And our organization started initially after the ethnic cleansing campaign and the genocide that started in 1948, continued aggressively in October of 2023. So when that happened, a group of us, 7 of us, entrepreneurs, strategists, non-politicians, people that otherwise were not involved in politics, came together and we said, okay, what can we do? And our mission at the time, and continued mission until today, is to make justice to make justice the guiding principle of America's foreign policy. So local was just a start. It was small. Our support was small, and it was intended to be that way. And we made our principle of foreign policy and justice a part that was integrated in our endorsement process. So those that filled out our questionnaire saw that there were some unique questions related to your position on Palestine and on the ongoing genocide. So that's the beginning for us. Inshallah, there's a lot more important work to do on the federal level. You'll be hearing from us there. And I do want to call out a few people from the board. Jawad Hamdan, Hadil, Hamad and Sherry Maali. We're the group that came together, formed the Justice Coalition, and they were together for Thank you everyone, thank you All United, and all the other organizations that presented today. I think we all played bits and pieces into getting folks elected, inshallah, and there'll be more to come. I think it's amazing that we have this group together, and each year will be a bigger crowd, inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming here, and I'm so happy to see so many familiar faces and so many new faces that I see here. And I represent Niyama, and this is my husband Ans. He is treasurer of Niyama, and together we have been on the board since 2018. That's when Niyama was established. Niyama stands for Northern Illinois American Muslim Alliance, and we have been engaged in Lake County, basically where we have changed the mindset of people who have been sitting without any, they did not have any idea what municipal elections were. They didn't know who were the candidates. They didn't know what was going on around the political arena. So we were engaged in communicating, in leading our efforts into bringing candidates on our forum. So we became the candidate platform in Lake County, where we have engaged with the local candidates. Some of the examples have been like Mary Edley Ellen. We had Sheriff Eidelberg, whom we have supported. Nabila is one of our prime candidates whom we have supported. And I have ran back in 2019, and currently I am on board of Village of Hawthorne Woods. I'm a trustee. I've been elected, and there are so many examples that we have from Lake County. We have Brother Salami. He is also Mehdi Salami. He's also from Lake County. So just to let you know that we build alliances with other organizations. We have Arab community whom we engage with, and together we have put in efforts to assimilate and make sure Niyama takes people forward and into candidacy, as well as not just supporting in elections, but we make sure we register the voters. Because back when we started, we didn't have that many Muslim voters who were registered. So we make sure we regularly register the voters. We make sure our youth are engaged, because youth, they are the key to future success. So we make sure we involve our youth into getting into politics and making sure we go forward. And it's all a learning curve for us. We are learning from each other, and we will continue to learn and take this journey forward. Thank you, everyone.
Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Good afternoon. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I hope you're enjoying the food. First of all, let me just begin by thanking the coalition for convening and bringing all of us together. It's a historic event. It's a wonderful event and occasion. As you know, what's going on abroad and in the news, it's not always positive information, but it's nice to see everyone together, coming, eating, and celebrating. So let's give everyone a big round of applause for that. My name is Azam Nizamuddin. I'm here to speak on behalf of two organizations, IMPACT, as well as the Illinois Muslim Action Network. So IMPACT is a hybrid PAC, which means it's a standard PAC, political action committee, but also a super PAC to raise money. So just really quickly, in terms of highlights, IMPACT raised a little over $200,000 last year for congressional candidates. It was focused mostly on the primary races, in very contested races, particularly where we felt we had incumbents in power who were threatened and their seats were threatened. So we focused about 3 or 4 candidates, along with local candidates here, meaning Delia Ramirez and so forth. So we focused about 4 or 5 candidates, 2 of them won, 2 did not. But it sent a message that if we find our allies and other Muslim candidates that are vulnerable, that we will step up, and the community did step up. That was the largest amount of money coming from Muslim PAC for these congressional candidates. So thanks to the community and everybody who donated. As far as this year is concerned, we stepped up for the first time for municipal candidates. This was a historic moment as I think Laura mentioned, last time, 4 years ago, there was only about like 30 candidates. I shouldn't say only, there were 30 candidates from our community that ran for municipal elections last time, which is a huge number, unprecedented. We more than doubled that amount this time. So we felt that it was important to help these new candidates, new first-time candidates, and provide some training and also help them with some logistical things. So we provided text messages to reach Muslim voters in DuPage County as well as in Cook County. Thousands of text messages were sent on behalf of various candidates. Messages were created for each candidate, and we ran a series of them up until the election day. Secondly, we provided yard signs for many candidates, walk cards, palm cards, and so forth. So these things really helped candidates who weren't sure how to create them, who to go to, where the vendors are, and things like that. So that was very helpful, and I think many of the candidates did appreciate that. We also worked alongside with the Illinois Action Network, which I'm vice president of. Dr. Khalid Hussein was unable to, he's under the weather, so he was unable to attend. And Shanawaz Khan, who's the president of Impact, also was, he's actually at a retreat, so he was unable to attend. But we work in coordination with them because ILMAN is a C4. So we basically do a lot of candidates training as well as education, community network, voter registration information. So we ran a lot of town halls last year during the congressional races. And this year we did the same thing in terms of holding Zoom meetings, highlighting members who are running from our community for various offices. So as we continue to grow, as we continue to collaborate, this year we endorsed several candidates as well for municipal elections, working alongside with CARE Action. And that helped to sort of streamline the process of endorsements for candidates. You know, it's not easy, it's a lot of work, a lot of volunteer time, but it all worked out really well. Let me just conclude by saying I think it's very, very important that as a community, as we mature politically and as we grow, that we really focus on our collective efforts in supporting these institutions, particularly in the coalition, Illinois Action Network, Impact, All United, because individually we can do some good and positive work. But when you work through these organizations that are speaking here today, your power is quadrupled, maybe even tenfold. So as much as you yourself may want to, get involved and do things and make a difference, alhamdulillah, that's wonderful. But I really, really make a strong plea that this is not a time for our community for egos. Okay? When you think about yourself and your ego, we are facing a genocide abroad of our people, but we are also facing an unprecedented challenge to our survival in this country in my lifetime. It is no longer time for our egos. It is time for us to engage collective action through these institutions and support these institutions, help improve them, don't condemn them, don't go after them, but help improve them, participate, and through these collective efforts, we can stand strong and we will do better. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.
Does he just drop the mic and we all get off? Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I'm Alara Saeed. I'm president of the Muslim Civic Coalition and a volunteer and board member for the Muslim Civic Coalition Activate. You saw us being a C3 and a C4. You see already that Reem is in DuPage County, also works in Will. Adam is from Peoria, and I'm from Chicago, Cook. We work across 13 different counties in the state and across 12 different states in the United States of America. So alhamdulillah. Y'all should just be patting yourselves on the back, because remember when we started as a little baby 7 years ago? And so alhamdulillah, the work, your du'as, and all of our efforts work. This is historic. Please, on your tables, you have this. Pull it out. Take a look at it. 65 Muslims across 8 counties of Illinois ran for office. This is where we build power. There's a check mark on each of the candidates that actually won. We missed a few candidates and you're here, and so please make sure that you let Rija know your name, the office you ran for, and whether you won or not. We'd like to add you to update this form. The key here is that all of us are learning. And if you look at this, which is on your sheet, we want you to actually look at this, and we're just going to talk to you about it. It looks like a really behemoth of a sheet, but it's all the work we do across organizations in Illinois, from religious services all the way to politics and research. And then we have named organizations under there. If your organization's name isn't on here, put your name on here with the pens that are on the table, and we will make sure that you're added. This is education, this is civics, and this is the work that we do. Alhamdulillah, the last sheet I want to show you is this. It's also on your tables. In a few minutes, Sunny will come up and talk about data along with Yusuf on analyzing how we've done in 2025. Because there's some really great data about how we had voter registration at 90%, but you all know what our voter turnout was? We're going to talk about that because we got a little bit of work to do. So thank you so much, Muslim Civic Coalition and Muslim Civic Coalition Activate. We're at your service.
Add on anything that you see is missing. Thank you so much. All of these organizations who have contributed and supported these candidates, and of course, special thank you, of course, to the candidates themselves. So we will do some introductions, but before that,
we have our host, yes, Fadas from Al-Bawadi.
Thank you so much.
My name is Anas Ahmed. I'm the co-founder of Northern Illinois American Muslim Alliance with Wasim Iftikhar, who is not here, but he's been very motivational speaker for our Lake County community. We have successfully mobilized people, as she said. My primary job is to report Board of Election Commission and do all that a treasurer can do to help raise funds and make sure that people are involved and they're paying and contributing their money in the election process, and also when we have no election season, then we also motivate people to become a member and start doing their small contributions. So we've been involved in Lake County focusing, but not only Lake County, we all the way stretch our strengths to Naperville. Also, we have supported Sabah Haider, and definitely, what's it? Ashfaq Sayed, and we were all involved in local politics. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Appointed officials and elected officials, please stand up from Southwest Cook County. Already say the county, but say the county you're from, maybe your township, and also the position you ran for, or the position you hold, or the position you are continuing to hold. So first, I'm going to start out with, we provide this one-pager. These are also on your tables. It just talks about, again, C3, C4s and PACs, what we can work in, what we can say. So
this past season, I want to say thank you for everybody and all the organizations who helped. Congratulations for everybody who ran, whether you were elected or not. It's definitely a big win for all of us. I'm not a politician, I'm in healthcare as my field, so this is a great opportunity, I think, for all of us. I just want to say thank you again. Rasha Abdullah, District 117 School Board.
I'm Mike Bryce, Florida Alderman in Kansas Hills. I'm very, very appreciative of the support of the American Democratic
soon to be officially the mayor of Orland Park. And I'm deeply gratified that if it wasn't for groups like this and my friends at All United, I would not be able to say that. So I just want to make sure everybody understands. We're humble, we're grateful, and it was a team win, which is really important.
There, don't be confused. Great job.
Great job.
Sayed, I'm a resident of DuPage and Mill County and Naperville. So I've been one of the community members of Naperville for last 8 years and have been working with the communities for many years. Communities, elected officials, campaigns, masjids, non-profit, everything. And a couple of years ago I decided that I should run for office. I know it is not easy to run for office, but I took that courage and decided to run. I missed by 1% votes. I got almost like 10,000 votes, and running in Naperville is not easy. So then again I said, okay, I lost, no problem. That is my first time. It's a process. It takes some time to run and win. Then immediately next day I was with the community, engaging people, engaging elected officials, campaigning for other candidates who are running for offices. And then 2 years, non-stop, 18 to 20 events I've been attending every week. Paid events, free events, everything to make sure I am building coalitions, I'm building partners, I'm building friends who can help me from all walks of life, churches, syllabus, temples, everywhere. And 2 years of hard work has paid me, and today I'm humble and honored to be a city council member elected for Naperville. So thank you so much to the community. Thank you to this wonderful organization who have been my backbone. They have always supported, helped. I used to call them at 10 o'clock in the night, 4 o'clock in the morning, text messages, I need this help, and people were there to help me. Reem is here, she knows how much I have troubled her. Sister Dilara, she knows 6 o'clock I used to call her, text her, I need this help, and I was getting yourself. So friends, if you are running for office, please prepare yourself physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, family sacrifice, everything, and then get into this race. Run a strong campaign where you can win. And Alhamdulillah, Allah is there to help us, community is there to help us, and we all can make it. So I am the first Muslim in the history of Naperville to win this election in 200 years. And we have a population of 150,000 and 100,000 plus registered voters and 3,500 Muslim voters. Alhamdulillah, I got 12,600 voters who have voted for me. So it's a blessing. Thank you so much.
Okay, look at me.
Wow. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
And
yeah.
3.